Just as the US Congress passed the new war aid bill that included almost $61 billion of help for Ukraine, Russia stepped up its offensives on Ukraine, aiming to occupy as much Ukrainian territory as possible before Kyiv gets its hands on the supplies for the US. The Ukrainian commander responsible for the Chasiv Yar region claimed on Thursday that the region was on fire due to a possible shortage of weapons. However, another disappointment soon followed for Ukrainian forces. Ukraine's top commander and the head of the armed forces, Colonel General Alexander Syrsky, said that Kyiv's outnumbered troops had fallen back to new positions west of 3 villages on the Eastern Front, where Russia has concentrated significant forces in several locations. Alexander Syrsky wrote on social media, "Russia is pushing hard on Ukrainian forces to advance deeper into Ukrainian territory." He said, "The situation at the front has worsened," describing the most difficult areas as west of occupied Mariinka and northwest of Avdiivka, the town captured by Russian forces in February. Syrsky also said that Kyiv's troops had taken up new positions west of the villages of Berdichi and Semenivka, both north of Avdiivka and Novomikhailivka, further south near the town of Mariinka. Russian troops have been slowly advancing since capturing the bastion town of Avdiivka, taking advantage of Ukrainian shortages of artillery shells and manpower. Further up the front, the Kyiv-held town of Chasiv Yar is a key emerging battleground because of its position on elevated ground that could serve as a gateway to the cities of Kostiantynivka, Sloviansk, and Kramatorsk. Syrsky described Chasiv Yar and the village of Ivanivsky to its northeast as the hottest spots on that part of the front. The United States is trying tooth and nail to avert any more Russian advances. In a tactical move, the US passed an act that would allow the US president to confiscate Russian assets and use them to help Ukraine. The REPO Act, also known as the Rebuilding Economic Prosperity and Opportunity for Ukrainians Act, was passed alongside an aid bill to provide financial resources for Ukraine's defense efforts and post-war reconstruction. Russia has sharply criticized this move by the US. Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova said such a move to confiscate Russian properties would receive a severe response, promising endless legal challenges and tit-for-tat measures. Zakharova also said Russia would never cede territories seized from Ukraine in exchange for the return of frozen assets. In addition to the threat to Russia's assets, the Pentagon announced that the US will provide Ukraine additional Patriot missiles for its air defense systems as part of a massive $6 billion additional aid package. The missiles will be used to replenish previously supplied Patriot air defense systems and are part of a package that also includes more munitions for the National Advanced Surface-to-Air Missile Systems, or NASAMS. The success of the additional package depends on the speed of its delivery. This bill funds long-term contracts with the defense industry to purchase advanced systems such as Patriot missiles, NASAMS, and HIMARS. These systems take longer to produce and execute, so it's essential to ensure the timely delivery of the package. U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin said that the $6 billion package is the largest security assistance package committed to date.
This is the largest security assistance package that we've committed to date. It will include critical interceptors for Ukraine's Patriot and NASAMS air defense systems, more counter-drone systems and support equipment, significant amounts of artillery ammunition and air-to-ground munitions, and maintenance and sustainment support.
Ukraine is facing a critical need to strengthen its defense mechanisms against the frequent Russian missile attacks. To safeguard its cities from these incoming missiles, President Zelenskyy has called for an air shield, a robust system that can effectively protect the country's cities from these attacks. As per war analysts, the Pentagon does not anticipate that the Ukrainians' fight against Russian attacks will end this year, or possibly in the next couple of years.
Ukraine is in dire need of more air defense systems, and it urgently needs more interceptors. That's going to be a huge priority for us all today. Ukraine also needs more artillery and armor to defend its citizens and reclaim its stolen territory. And we're going to do everything that we can to help them.
Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy remains hopeful and told the Ramstein Contact Group on Friday that Ukraine can still achieve its goals in the war with reinvigorated U.S. missile and air defense support. He went on to outline Ukraine's need for long-range missiles to ward off Russian fighter jets and air defense to protect Ukrainian cities.
We can still now not only stabilize the front, but also move forward, achieving our Ukrainian goals in the war. Each of you understands what will be most effective. First, long-range weapons. No part of the occupied territory of Ukraine should remain safe for the occupier. Second, air shield. This year, Russian jets have already used more than 9,000 guided aerial bombs against Ukraine, and we need the ability to shoot down their combat aircraft so that they do not approach our positions and borders.